World's a better place because you are here to join us. The world's a better place because you are here to join us. My name is Matt Brown, and I am the host of the Productive Conversations podcast. This Tuesday, August 20th, 2024, and it was a great weekend for various reasons. So let's get productive and talk about what was trending over the past few days. Ryan is here, Allison's here, Jose's here. Hello to the three of you.
How's it going, everybody?
Hi.
Uh,
We're about to have some fun talking various things from all over the place. So let's kick it off right here, right now. And we just want to thank our presenting sponsor, Magic Mind, for sponsoring today's show. I have this product. It's called Magic Mind. It is the ultimate elixir that has nootropics that will enhance your focus, improve your mental clarity, heal some inflammation, and make you live your best life. And to get your first subscription of Magic Mind, please go to magicmind.com/PCMB and use the discount code PCMB20 to get 48% off your first subscription or 20% off your first one-time purchase. I promise you it will not be a disappointment. It will enhance your life. And we want to thank our friends at Magic Mind for sponsoring us each and every single day. All right. So let's kick it off with this past weekend, because this past weekend we had the great, well-regarded by some, maybe not all, but the highly talented and very popular Fanatics Fest took place in New York City this past weekend at the Jacob Javits Center, where we had personalities and fans from all major league sports come by. The NFL was represented, the NBA, MLB, NHL, UFC, WWE, and various other things were taking place with huge guest speakers such as Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Derek Jeter, to name a few. We've also had various fans have fan interactions and lots of exhibits for all sports memorabilia. If you are a true sports fan, Fanatics Fest was the place to be. And one of those people who was there to tell us about his experience, good or bad, but we'll see what he thinks, is the great Jose Rivera. Now, Jose, before we talk about your experience, can we look at some of the pictures I have pulled up from your personal Instagram?
Sure, why not?
So we have, all right, first, if you want to follow Jose, check him out on Instagram at Junior2003. And some of the people he saw were the great Perez brothers, Chad Johnson, Chad Ochocinco, you saw, Jose, the Hulkster, Hulk Hogan, Michael Vick, CM Punk, Bailey, Rudy in the UFC Octagon, Rhea Ripley, to name a few. But Jose, as you got to see all these famous people from various sports, and just you could tell us firsthand how it was. Tell us right here, right now, how was the Fanatics Fest?
All right, so I'm going to start off by this. If you were going and you didn't buy autographs or photo ops, and you were just going there for the convention, you probably had an amazing time because there will never be a moment in your life where you're walking by so many celebrities in one day. Like I passed by Travis Scott, Jay-Z, Tom Brady, Triple H, like the who's just walking by you like it's just a casual walk on the street and like with no issues. So if you were going for that and just do the whole experience, you probably be like, this is the best thing ever, which it was. But if you put money on autographs or photo ops, you're probably pissed the fuck off right now because some of them didn't get them. Like, and you're spending hundreds of dollars, and like some of them, you're waiting in line and they just left, and you're complaining because you don't know if you're getting your money back or you're not. And the times like you get these I don't know if you ever been like Comic-Con or whatever, but they give you like a timestamp to be there and your time to meet them. It was so off and like so crowded. It was crazy. Like if I could send you pictures of how crazy it is, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like hundreds and hundreds of people are just waiting for their time, the group. It was a big clusterfuck, and I know a lot of people got pissed because, like, I'll tell you this: on Sunday, I was supposed to meet Rhea Ripley at 12:30. I didn't get to see her till 1:30, and then Cody Rhodes was supposed to be. So the big mishap in Sunday was Cody Rhodes. So Cody Rhodes was 10:30. They had to stop, tell people to come back at 1:30. And even towards the end of the 1:30, they told him that he left.
Huh.
So people that came back didn't even get them. And then the funny thing is, some of them got Cody Rhodes and Rhea Ripley, didn't get both of them. And I can tell you right now, Cody Rhodes and Rhea Ripley, for both just photos, is over $200, probably almost $300. And you're waiting all day and you didn't get shit. So it was crazy. Like, they just fucked up because if you look at the time things, it's like autographs. So they were like from 12 to 12:20 autographs, and then they'll have either they'll go straight to photo ops and do another hour of that, and then they're supposed to do a convention. But if you for some reason get pushed back on autographs, now you're late to photos. So now you can't push back whatever stage show you got to do. So now you just basically cut off everybody that waited hours in line because they had to leave, and they got like you just basically got shitted on if you got like Allen Iverson. They were so pushed back with Allen. Whoever bought Allen Iverson didn't get Allen Iverson didn't show up for photo ops. They just canceled it.
Yeah, I noticed. I was following on Twitter through the weekend. I saw it was heavily advertised, but I didn't see any AI photos from the
AI did the autograph, and he was so pushed back because Drew McIntyre. Because of the whole Cody Rhodes bullshit, everybody got pushed back. So Bailey, Rhea, Drew, Tyson, they all got pushed back. So when it was time for AI to get on, when they finally finished Tyson, AI was already scheduled to be on stage. So they just basically canceled it because he had to be on stage. So basically, they didn't have no wiggle room just in case if it was pushed back. There was like 20 minutes here, half hour here, stage. They're done.
And you think this could just...
Go ahead.
I was just saying, you think this could just be because this is the very first time this event? Do they get a pass, or they should have planned better for this? Because you do have a lot invested in this.
Well, the same people, see, this is where the same people that did the show does Comic-Con.
Mhm.
So when you get photo ops, it's a separate. So it's separate from the whole convention. It's just Epics. Epics does Comic-Cons and all conventions, so they're the ones that do it, but they kind of have to go on the convention schedule. So it's a whole separate ticket. Like people didn't understand that. People thought. By the way, on the side note, we were talking about tickets. Literally, I could have just walked in there. Nobody checked my ticket at all. Like, I don't even know why I had the ticket or bought a ticket. I literally could have just walked in the Javits Center, act like I was going to will call, skip that, and go upstairs, and nobody would have said shit. Not once anybody asked me for my ticket. I had my ticket the whole time in my pocket. That's how crazy it was. You could just tell it was funny, but you could tell it was celebrity dominated. Like wherever the celebrity was, that was where the crowd was at. And WWE dominated that. That area was packed.
Yeah,
You could pretty do much whatever you wanted to do. Like UFC, you could have went to the ring. Like the only time it was packed it was when a UFC fighter was there. Hockey, soccer, like basketball. Besides when I met Kevin Durant and Williams. it was like it wasn't that crazy. WWE was everybody was trying to wait because whoever the guest was making surprise. Like they had a whole WWE entrance thing that the fans could
Yeah.
do, right?
Oh, I
So
would have been in on that.
there was always a surprise when the wrestlers would come down and do their thing. Like you don't know when. So everybody would pack just to get a glimpse. So yeah, I mean, if you did it without trying to get autographs or shit like that, you probably had the most amazing time ever. But if you went for autographs, I feel bad for y'all. Like I had to cut that line. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck that. There was no like if they said I was like group 13, nah, I went with group 1. They don't make check.
Listen, I don't blame you, man. But ultimately, you thought it was worth it, despite that, despite the mishaps.
The $50
Mhm.
for $50, you have a good time.
Like you'd
Well,
go
it
next
was.
year, which I will be at next year.
I will go next year, but I won't. I won't like leave you like us like you bet all them so like all them photo ops. I won't do that many.
I see.
I'll probably do maybe 1, 2 tops, and that's about it. But other than that, it was fun for $50. Can't complain. But you already know they're gonna raise that price now that everybody knows. Like day one, Tom Brady was on the floor the whole day. Like you could have just chilled around Gronk and Tom Brady. The next day you had Jay-Z, Travis Scott, Rey Mysterio, Triple H, like everybody. Dana White was on Friday. Sunday you had Peyton Manning. You had like the who's who, like all up in there. Rhea Ripley, like there's a viral video of Rhea Ripley just walking casually.
Yeah, I was gonna play
Like,
that to end this segment at the end, but
but
out of all the people you've met, tell us the most pleasant, the coolest, and then who was the worst.
most pleasant is Rhea Ripley, number one, by hands down. Chad Johnson, like Rhea Ripley and Chad Johnson, 1 and 2. Probably the ones I met that CM Punk, you could tell he was just fucking business. Like, he was just stone cold. Like you look, if you even looked at the photo, Stone Cold. I mean, like he looked like that stone cold face. He was just business. Like he said hi, he'll give you dap, but other than that, like he really wasn't conversating. Like pretty much everybody else was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Blah blah blah. This and that. And Jay-Z was another one that I wasn't feeling. But other than that, everybody was chill.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear about that, but hey, you live and you learn. And the Jay-Z one, I heard like wasn't he supposed to show up Sunday and just didn't?
For what? You mean he was there Sunday?
Sorry, he was. So he was. Maybe he was late. I'm going off that Cody Rhodes video of those two. But Ryan, how could Cody Rhodes, the hero to so many kids, do this?
Oh, I came prepared. So just no, but in all seriousness, it says here there was something was released by WWE and Fanatics about this. Anyone who had a Cody picture who didn't get it is entitled to a refund. Fanatics has already been granting those. So that's number one. You didn't lose out on any money. They said, quote, the system went down during Cody's session, which is why they had a start and then a stop. And then Cody had to leave to make it to an actual show. So he wasn't able to do the next spot. He also had to cancel his appearance at the Jake Paul Mike Tyson press conference, which is apparently requested by the Fanatic CEO. But Cody,
Michael Rubin.
Yes, Michael Rubin, but Cody declined to do that, instead staying longer to do the autographs before he had to leave.
There you go. That's
he
what I
did
like
his
to
best. It was just a system error.
Yeah, bullshit. I call bullshit on the system error. There was no system error. The homeboy was there. See that the problem was it's a clusterfuck because you have everybody jumping. Like everybody, they blocked off. So there's hundreds of people blocking off, and you don't like they're supposed to go by groups, but they don't. Everybody says Cody Rhodes
just
and
starts
everybody
going. Yeah,
just starts going.
Like you said, you did.
Yeah,
Right,
like
you
I
said you
did.
could.
Like they were like handicapped people and people strollers. I jumped with the handicapped people. They ain't checking. How the fuck would they know? Like they ain't
But
asking
I
me.
will. So I'll say, in all seriousness, it seems like most of the over. I'm not even just going to defend Cody, although obviously I'm a fan of his. It seems like most of the people who did have these issues, like AI included, it came from just they weren't prepared for the number of people. The system went down because it seems like it went down because of so many people. They weren't expecting as many people each session, and so they weren't equipped for it, and it just pushed everybody back. It made everything kind of chaotic. And so some of the
Ryan,
people weren't able to get in to actually get the photographs. That's what
then
Fanatics is
of
claiming.
course that's bullshit. Cause
So
Ryan, that shit was sold out. Sold
yeah,
out.
sold
Right,
out.
WWE
Right.
was sold out
No, and
weeks.
yeah.
So they already know how many people were coming for them shits.
Yeah, but they still weren't prepared for that number of people, is what Fanatics is saying. I'm just giving you when a company says we messed up, I
Fuck
usually take it as an
that. Yeah,
indication that they
fuck that.
messed up.
It wasn't system error. The problem was that they gave 20 minutes like bullshit because when you have Cody Rhodes and you can look at the app, it says autographs from 12 to 12:20.
Right, not enough time. Yeah.
Bet. You got hundreds of people in 20 fucking minutes, my
Yeah.
ass. And then
Not
you
enough time.
expect him, then you expect him to do a show 20, like the show, whatever podcast or whatever center stage show they got is gonna hit priority first. So of course they're gonna
Well,
just cut
they
every
did
mother.
cancel one of his appearances. Cody did cancel the one appearance that he was supposed to have with the
Yeah, because
CEO
it's
of
Jake Paul,
Fanatics.
but the Jake Paul bullshit, but that was towards the end. So all
He
the
called New
No, but I'm
Yorkers
saying,
stupid.
but
So fuck
Michael,
Jake Paul.
but Michael Rubin, I'm saying, was there. But anyway,
yeah, he was a dick too.
I'm just saying it was an important one they skipped. But anyway, yes, that's the point. Point is, they clearly overbooked, underscheduled, and they'll fix it for next time. But yeah, you're right. The price is probably going to go up next year.
Hey, you know who I bet? You know who I bet didn't mess up? LA Knight.
LA Knight, I'll give you this. LA Knight was a douchebag too. So
No, he wasn't. Liar.
swear to
Fake
God,
news. Fake
swear to God,
news.
swear to God.
Nah.
When the light, I tell you this right now about LA Knight. When the light is on, he's like Hulk Hogan. So I'll give you a story about Hulk Hogan. So when I was literally next up to meet Hulk Hogan. So I'm in the same fucking little cubicle with Hulk Hogan. He's just chilling there, brushing his fucking hair like a dick, acting like we don't exist. Like we're not in the fucking room because they had to fix the backdrop. So we were waiting like 5-10 minutes for them to fix the backdrop, right? Hulk Hogan didn't be like, "Hey, what up, brother?" or anything like that. He didn't act like we didn't even fucking was there. But the minute the photographer was like, "Yo, we're ready now." Hey, how you doing, brother? But like, oh, the lights on now. Now you know who the fuck I am, huh? Fuck you too. But he was nice when the lights are on, but when the lights are off, he's a dick. And then I'll give you another story. So I was group one with Hogan, so I had mine real quick. Hogan literally told him, freaking brushed his man too, and was like, "This ain't working for me, brother. Cut the group off and so you can go have fucking dinner or lunch or whatever bullshit." He couldn't cut the group on purpose to come back later. While everybody, see, people don't understand. Like, you wait in that mob, and then you have another line where you're waiting another half hour. So when you're in that line, the second line, you're thinking you have the mindset like you can calm down, like you're gonna get your autograph and your photo, like you can relax, right? You think you're gonna get it. Fucking Hulk Hogan was brushing his man's shoe, saying, "It ain't working for me, brother." So now guess what? All the people that are waiting in the second line just got back to the first line. You know what? Go do something else and come back in 2 hours. That's basically what it is. And LA Knight is the same way. So LA Knight, when the camera's not on, everybody was like, LA Knight, like he gave two shits. Like anybody around, but when he's on the WWE and the camera's on him, he's all fan happy and shit like that. But when the camera's off, this nigga was gone. He didn't want to talk to nobody. That's why I respected that's why I like Rhea Ripley way better, because camera off, camera on, she was real. Always was real. So yes. Fuck LA Knight too.
Well, the LA Knight, I will take your word for it for now and reflect on it later. but we will see this wholesome Rhea Ripley moment that we just have to share that somebody got a hold of.
We're not even supposed to be right here. Wait, hold on.
Look at that. Look at this.
That security was about to push that lady away. But
that security. That security was at the photo op. He was not playing.
They were ready.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you.
Look how sweet. That's my favorite female wrestler now.
You gotta go. He said 6 times as she refused to move, which I thought was funny.
You gotta go. She gotta go because she needed to take that picture of me.
Oh man! Any Fanatics Fest questions, Allison?
No, I guess was Michael Vick nice?
Nah, he was kind of cold. He was just there for a paycheck. He probably was like, I still gotta pay for them dogs. I just get murdered.
That's horrible.
He was like,
you're not wrong.
He was like, where I go up to him and like, hey, what up? He was, what up? He didn't even smile on my goddamn photo. It looked like a goddamn we taking prison photos together.
Do you
That's
think
what it looked like.
If someone said "What up, dog," he'd have been upset?
He definitely got some of that.
It's like a triggering word. He must have.
I don't know.
Triggering word.
I'll just say though, real quick, before we have to end this here, but I will just say, if the celebrities are cold, as much as it probably sucks to be the fan who paid all that money, it is their job. Like, I'm never happy at work. As a general rule, I'm not like, oh, so happy to be here. And this is their job. And I get that they have a cooler job than me by a lot, but it is still their job. So I guess you can't always be on. You're right. I'll put it that way. I can't say they're a bad person because they weren't on at Fanatics Fest. You know what I mean? Like,
you're right. But when you compare, like, when you meet Rhea Ripley and she's like going through crowds and crowds.
Right. No. Yeah. When
she's like hugging you
better. Yeah.
Right, listen, when I hugged Rhea Ripley, I almost came. That's how I was like.
Oh, all right. Moving on.
Yeah, right.
But then Chad Johnson was like amazing too. Chad Johnson,
same thing. You were very
super
excited.
Nice. Friendlies, I wasn't that excited for him.
Ocho Cinco, yeah, you were.
I love Ocho, man.
Yo, he's like now my favorite fucking football player ever now. Like, just how cool he was and funny he was.
Bro, him and Shannon Sharp, my favorite podcast. Top 5 favorite podcasts I should say. Love those guys. All right, let's continue on. And with the Michael Vick thing, it's on the record. If he did not do what he did and he did his time, man, he really would have been one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever live on a pure talent level. It's a real shame. Anyways, now let's focus on other things. Somebody's been very popular for us in the year 2024. Only added to her stock, and you know what exactly I am referring to. The Emmy-nominated Sydney Sweeney released some photos on Friday, so let's see what she did. Okay, as we can see, there it is. There it is. And she also did this. And she also did that. And then she also did this too. And she did this with her buddies. And millions and millions of people saw Sydney Sweeney. And yep, what is there to say? On top of that talent, she's got a cake. Who else wants to say something about this?
What lake was that? That's what I want to know.
Oh my God, Ryan! You care about the lake.
Now that's a dedicated man. He's married. It's good.
All right, hold on. To be clear, I obviously saw the photos. And Sydney Sweeney said it best. I think this is what we would call a thirst trap. I would say that she's honestly, like, I don't want to say she's a little too famous for a thirst trap, because anyone could do a thirst trap. Well, anyone who looks like that could do a thirst trap, I suppose.
No, anyone can do a thirst trap.
Well, I mean, yes, like I could technically do a thirst trap.
I really think anyone could.
I just don't know that my thirst trap would net any sort of positive reaction from anybody, right? So yes, anyone can do a thirst trap. You're right, but no, I feel like she's got so many followers, she's got so much acclaim that she probably did. It doesn't really make a difference for her career, but I will say that one obviously looked great in the photos, but more importantly, the lake looked fun, and I kind of want to know where it was. And I am being 100% genuine in my desire to know what lake that was. So if any of you online here, listening to us, took the time to look beyond, the foreground of the photo and tried to figure out what the lake was with the internet sleuthing powers you have, as opposed to, just staring at the, what everybody else is staring at, let me know in the comments of this video, because I am curious as to where she was hanging out on the lake. Looked very nice.
I know something else that looks very nice.
Well, that's a given. That's a given, Jose.
Ryan. Oh, Ryan.
Let me read you.
Amazing.
Let me read you some of the top comments from Friday Beers. Boy, oh boy, where do we even begin? Scooby-Doo Fruit Snack said, "Glad to see you had fun on my boat. You could use it anytime." This guy, I love smoking mid. Do you fuck with brothers that make 17 an hour at 32,000 likes? 32,000 likes.
Gotta shoot your shot, of course.
Oh man, these are very vulgar. I would drag my balls. This is by Spencer Garcia. I would drag Spencer Garcia specifically. Spencer Garcia, not me.
Okay, gotcha.
I would drag my balls through 10 miles of broken glass just to hear you fart through a walkie-talkie.
Who are these people? I'm going to talk now.
These are just the top comments. Wait, let me read this.
Internet. All right, one more.
This is a funny one from Haley Minogue. Scanning these comments to see what my man said.
Oh, yeah. So, I'm with Haley, sort of. Who says that? Who says that, like Spencer?
Creepy
when
people.
All of you, that's creepy. That's
like you
weird.
just go on the internet and think, I'm going to comment this today, and what?
Like, it's not hot. Nothing about the scenarios being described as attractive. Who are these people? And if you're just having a little fun, you're just trying to let off steam, maybe you could do it like more normal. You know what I mean? Like less creepy. That was creepy. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Someone get rid of that comment.
It is bizarre. I like.
Okay, Spencer, I'll go 20 miles. All right, I'll double yours. All right, just to hear
but that's just craziness. This is nonsense.
I want to hear her fart on the walkie-talkie too.
Why?
So let me drag them back.
That's weird.
Listen,
don't do that.
I got people farting in cans and delivering them. All right, so it's
what
all
do
right.
you have? No, what is this admission?
People be farting in cans and selling them.
I know that, and that's weird
Women
too.
can sell used underwear, their urine.
Stop.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Man, stupid.
What is wrong with people?
That is stupid.
I'm telling you, golden showers are like a huge thing right now. It's
Oh yeah. I've heard.
Outside.
Have you seen the show How to Build a Sex Room?
Oh jeez, no,
I've heard of that one. No,
I've
never seen it.
Yeah,
is that on
there's
Netflix?
It was a group of 5 or 6 people, and they enjoy golden showers, and she has to build like a drain in their sex room so all the people like drain adequately, and yeah.
I say a lot, and I think I'm just realizing this. A lot of times I'll say, don't kink shame. And I'm not trying to, so I'm not going to speak further. I'm just saying that...
It's not for you.
Definitely not for me, but also, if you just tone it down in the comment section. That's what I'm saying. In your own customizable sex room, have at it. Drains included. I'm with you. Not here to kink shame. But in the comment section on a public application like Instagram, let's tone it down, right? Let's just be like, looks good. What happened to that? Why can't we do that? Why does it have to be about dragging and walkie-talkies?
Right in the comment section. Sorry, I didn't text you back.
Fine. Yes, fine. Do that.
Or
that's still better than
what
the one we just heard.
What do you think about All-Pro receiver DeAndre Hopkins writing "Trapped," which he deleted?
Well, he deleted it because that he was going to get in trouble from his manager, who said, "Please delete this."
See what he can do with the Tennessee Titans this season. But that's what Sydney Sweeney did today or this weekend, and we'll see what she does for her next project. Okay, let's switch it up from a real photo to artificial intelligence. Lots of artificial intelligence, my friends. And this one, in a very rare political post that we will discuss, I just thought this was funny to capture AI. So clearly, let's be real. You are aware of who's running for president of the United States. That will be decided this November. Democratic nominee in Kamala Harris, which will be made official this week. And then Republican nominee Donald Trump. But somebody asked and thought, what if there was peace? What if people could come together? What if these two could come together instead? And what would that be like? And at 24 million views on Instagram, this is what was received. So let us look at what it'd be like if Kamala and Trump were on the same page. Look how far we've come in AI already.
So same page is doing a lot of heavy lifting, Matt. I won't lie to you. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump on the same page. I don't believe, and frankly, everyone who just saw this on YouTube will agree with me. That doesn't even at all describe what we just watched. They were lovers in that video. I think we should just say it plainly. They were the 24 million people saw an AI generated fanfic in which Kamala Harris and Donald Trump become lovers. So yeah, I mean, obviously the fact that AI can generate that is wild, that someone can just do that without, presumably taking very much time at all. I can't imagine that was a hard one to generate. I will say though, and I'd be kind of curious to watch more AI of different people. Oh, not because this one's political or whatever, but because it seemed to me that the AI kind of nailed Trump. No, seriously. I mean, it looked like the Trump was pretty good, but the Harris wasn't as clean on most of them.
Yeah,
the first one was okay. Like
right.
the first when they're walking on the beach, that was kind of okay, but everyone after that got less and less like Kamala and got more and more like just generic woman in a suit. So I'd be curious to see if the problem is
a generic woman in suit.
Yeah, so I wonder
the
if
Trump baby.
But even the Trump baby looked kind of more like Trump than Harris did in that same exact one. So I wonder if it's because, I mean, obviously Donald Trump has been famous for a gajillion years, well before the politics of it all, right? So I wonder if it's just AI has had more images of Donald Trump over the years to look at, and that's why their Trump is cleaner, or if AI has a harder time doing like women compared to men. I would be curious to see other videos of like other well-known people and men and women, just to see if the limitations are based on like the gender or based on the fact that, obviously all AI is fed information from the internet. That's how AI can do anything that it knows how to do. It's learned, it's taught itself. And so I wonder if it's just had more Trump photos and Trump images and content to consume because he's been famous since the 80s. And so that's why they were able to do a more realistic Trump than Harris. But yeah, it was creepy. Whoever thought of that, you're a weirdo. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I think I'm not an AI expert, of course. Why do I say that? I'm not an AI expert, of course, but I feel like they must have just so much Trump content and material to do it. And
like if you did like Oprah, right, or someone who's been famous for so long, I bet you it would be a cleaner image, even if it, But like Harris is obviously well known in that she's running for president, and the current vice president, but that's still more like that's more recent, right? More recently well known. So,
and because you're the president too, him being a former president, you have so much media for you,
right?
throughout, throughout all history. You know every single movement a president has done. But funny you say that, Ryan, and I might as well show this really quick. This was on my ideas list, but I didn't put it in the final rundown. When you talk about AI, this was another AI pick that Elon Musk happened to share from either Ian or Ian Miles Chung. And you want to talk about more AI and what they can pull off. Look at this.
Cool, kick the nation with the groove, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth. Dance with the vibes get loose, I hit the floor directed to the roof. Cool, kick the nation with the groove, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth. Dance with the vibes get loose, I hit the floor directed to the roof. Cool, kick the nation with the groove, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth. Dance with the vibes get loose, I hit the floor directed to the roof. Cool, kick the nation with the groove, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth. Dance with the vibes get loose, I hit the floor directed to the roof. Cool, kick the nation with the groove, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth. Cool, kick the nation.
All right, for those listening, it was an AI video of the cast of Game of Thrones getting lit in the world of Westeros. This is
wow, that was something else.
I didn't see that coming.
Well, Allison, Jose, anything? You gotta help me out here. Anything on that one?
Y'all watch Game of Thrones?
I did watch Game of Thrones.
I don't like House of Dragons, but I watched Game of Thrones.
I only made it like 4 episodes in, and I can't get into it.
Oh, I love both. Game of Thrones
Definitely
and House of
grows.
Dragons.
I mean, I watched it out of homework, but it was fun. It was good. It was good. I see why people liked it. It just wasn't my favorite, but there was
the ending obviously left some to be desired. I would agree with most people. I think some of the hate might not be fair, but in general, the ending didn't stick it. I think is fair to say. But you should definitely try and get through the first few seasons at least. Because I think it's very good. It's a fantasy thing though, and fantasy is very popular right now, or at least a lot of people feel like it's popular, but I would say as a genre for like books and stuff, romantasy is kind of taking over. It's kind of, I don't know if you're a big reader, Allison, but the like book talk is big on like the ACOTAR, Fourth Wings, and those are all be like romance and fantasy worlds, but the romance is pretty heavy, like pretty high up. They're not like true fantasy stories. So I think a lot of people maybe recently are getting into these expecting it to be like steamy medieval scenes. And for as much nudity as Game of Thrones has, and it's a lot, steamy is not a word that I would use to describe that show at all. It's kind of like grungy. they're well, that too, but the romance
it's erotic. Real.
Not even erotic. No, I don't believe it is. It's
like what's the word I'm looking for? Like, yeah, it's like sex but not sexy.
Yeah, it's not sexy at all. It's just but that AI was weird. I mean, Elon Musk shared it, so I guess we probably should have known that was going to be weird. But yeah, that was weird. Who makes these though? That's a lot of time to spend on. Unless it's not, I don't know. I wish I would knew. How long did that take to make the person who made it?
Well, I think the person who wrote it, it's the actual computer system, the AI system that makes it.
Well, yeah,
you can do it in seconds.
Somebody had to put like the prompt together for the AI.
The code?
Correct?
Oh man.
Well, not the code. Like usually you have to ask AI like do this, and then it spits out an image or a script or whatever. And so you have to like prompt it correctly. So what do you prompt? Like, I don't know how the image one works. How do you prompt it to do something like that? That would be interesting. And same with the Harris Trump fanfic. How do you prompt AI to make that happen?
Well, that's above my pay grade. Moving on though. Does anybody know who Seth the Flow Erskine is? Seth the Flow Erskines.
Erskines?
Okay, nobody knows who he is, but you are about to know him right now. So he's a content creator, huge Colts fan, and he recently started this series of making pre-game songs. I guess he's done it as early as last year. He's done it for the preseason games, and he's on the rise. So let's see what Seth did for the Colts and Cardinals preseason game. He made this song, and let us see what Seth cooked up for the Colts before they played their preseason game and what he's going to do all season long.
This is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue. This is our Colts. Whether win or lose, we love them. For the shoe, beat the Cardinals. Let's stop them on their big red wings. This is our team. Go Colts! Yeah!
I mean, how can you not get romantic about football? And the Colts did win 13-21. So clearly they were inspired. And he will be doing this all season long. How can you not be excited?
So you said he wrote the songs.
Yeah.
He didn't write that song. He changed the lyrics to a pre-existing song.
This is a song?
I'm like 90% sure that's already his song. I don't
what
think
song? It's called This Is Our Colts. This is our team.
This is our Colts.
We love them. Win or lose, we still love them. How can you not be inspired?
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on.
How can you not be inspired? Jose, give me your thoughts on Colts Fan Seth.
I thought it was trash.
You thought it was trash. An embarrassment. Why? You couldn't be inspired?
That song was awful. Couldn't it be anything better? Couldn't it be like We Rock You or something like that?
No, it's This Is Our Colts. You also did it the last week, too, if you want me to pull that up.
No, please do not.
Allison, how do you feel about Seth and what he pulled off?
Rough. He tried his best, though. He tried.
Oh, my goodness. Where is
it was his own, his own take. It might work for some people. Kind of like going back to kink shaming. I'm not going to shame it. It's just not for me.
This guy might single-handedly inspire the whole Colts football team after many down years. They really haven't been the same since Andrew Luck left. They haven't won a Super Bowl since 2006. Yeah, they haven't won a Super Bowl since 2000. The Bears Super Bowl 39 is when they last won. But yeah, that's 2006. And they've had a lot of ups and downs. They lost against they haven't been in a Super Bowl since 2011, losing to the Saints. And they need some help. A lot of up and downs. Anthony Richardson got hurt last season. And
but do you believe that the help is going to come in the form of these songs by this guy on TikTok? I think they need help
and now
from
I'm
a better coaching staff and some other players. I feel like the help they need is football related. I don't think it's a musical issue.
This was the first preseason game.
They lost this game.
This is our Colts. This is our team.
It's the same song.
We bleed blue. This is our Colts. Whether win or lose, we love them. For the shoe, beat the Broncos.
Yeah.
Let's show them who the real horse is. This is our team.
The real horse, that's right.
Go Colts!
Oh, was that in the last version? I think that he cut the Winnie out of the second one.
I don't know, but he's clearly going to define the whole Indianapolis community with that.
Tell you what he is going to do, Matt? I'll absolutely promise right now. He is 100% going to be the guy that the Colts send out to announce their draft pick at the end of the season. And they're 100% going to play the song as he comes out. And so this is basically guaranteed him a spot in the NFL draft. 100%.
As the season goes by, there's going to be more and more and more views coming. And so many people are going to celebrate. Shit, the Colts might be my second favorite team.
Though?
Well, he said win or lose, you love them. So
yeah, that's right. But I'm saying, I feel like if they don't win, and then every week he makes a new song, it's going to have the opposite effect. It's going to make people angrier.
He's going to win.
Singing.
This is our Colts. This is our team.
It's going to be like how everyone is when Taylor Swift shows up to a game and they show her and they'll be like, she's the reason we lost. That he's going to be the reason they lose.
No, I don't think they'll never do that because he's a guy and clearly a Colts fan. As much as I thought the Taylor Swift stuff is ridiculous in terms of the hatred that she received and will likely continue to receive in the NFL season this year, there is the reality in which Taylor Swift, for the entirety of her public life, which is a long time, she's been famous since she's like 13.
This is our coach.
Was not an
this
NFL
is our
fan.
team.
Never publicly expressed any interest in the NFL, and then every Sunday now she's on NFL TV. I don't care, and I think it's stupid that grown men care. But I'll say that this guy is clearly a Colts fan. Maybe honestly, too much of a Colts fan.
Maybe tone it down a little bit.
Right.
Love them.
We love them.
Win or lose.
So I really thought they were different. I thought they'd be a different song. I didn't realize he wrote one song, which I'm still not convinced he wrote. I'm gonna keep looking, but he wrote one song.
It's original, man.
He wrote one song and just changed the third line. The third line, not even because the first two lines are the same. It's just the line about the team they're playing. And it's not even the full line, it's just a little bit of it. Although, again, he did take out the Winnie from the second one. So he's learning and he's growing as an artist.
We love them.
Do the Winnie, Matt.
So they're doing a preseason. So the next Colts preseason games against the Bengals on Thursday night. So hopefully we remember to get the next one. This is our team.
Beat the Bengals. What are they gonna say after beat the Bengals?
That's a tiger sound? I don't know.
What's a tiger? Yeah, what is something about a tiger? Maybe Joe Burrow. He's famous enough you could call him out by name in the song.
Oh man. So does anybody know who Joe DePinto is? Who is Joe DePinto? Without looking it up.
He a Colt? I don't know.
No, Joe DePinto is the CEO of 7-Eleven, right?
Really?
Yes, and he's actually been the CEO for close to 20 years. He'll be 20 years next year, since December of 2005. 7-Eleven has definitely grown a lot in the past 5 years. They've really improved a lot. I like 7-Eleven. You know, there was this one guy who worked at 7-Eleven. This month was his 50th anniversary. He has worked at 7-Eleven since 1974. 50 years.
Like in a store or like in their marketing team?
No, in a store. He has worked in the store. So let us see how 7-Eleven and the CEO Joe DePinto celebrated this man's legitimate huge milestone.
$50 years, 7-Eleven.
See, yeah.
Wow, 50 years. Anything to say?
No.
Well, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
He got an email. So when I see this shit, seriously, obviously we have to go to work to get income, and even some careers are fulfilling. But doesn't this show for people who bend over backwards for their job? Like, seriously, this is a prime example of the suits, the man, the establishment not giving a fucking shit about you. 50 years, an email, not even a little plaque or anything.
So I'm going to say, Matt, and I'm not going to defend 7-Eleven, but you have to know that they've probably never, and I do mean never, had an employee in one of their stores for 50 years. They were probably sweating bullets trying to figure out what they were supposed to do. Now, I agree. An email is lame. They should have, at the bare minimum, the CEO should have shown up at the store and said, good job, and then gone home. Like something a little bit more exciting than an email. You get people, I mean, people get emails all the time. I mean, I guess maybe not 7-Eleven employees don't usually get work emails, but still, like, I think some of this probably came from the fact that 7-Eleven has never had an employee work at one of their stores for 50 years, because why would you? I mean, obviously you would if you needed to, and it was your job, but like 7-Eleven is not built like a career job. They underpay people. You know what I mean? Like, they don't give good time off, as far as I'm aware. Like, this is not an indictment on the people who work there. This is an indictment on the company. They've built a company that doesn't retain talent. So the fact that they had someone put up with it for 50 years, they were probably shocked, to be honest with you.
A fucking gas station. You literally bleed out money every day. The least you could have done is, I don't know, give them a $20,000 check or something.
Oh, 20. All right, relax. 20,000.
They're a gas station.
They're not. No one is getting
yes, they
a
are. You're telling me
$20,000 check.
They're a gas station.
Not all 7-Elevens are gas stations. We don't know which one.
Fine, it's a convenience store.
Matt,
You're still
even if
money
they are,
all the
they're
tobacco,
not handing. They're not handing an employee $20,000. Matthew.
Arizona's iced teas.
You could have just gave him like a plaque, like you said.
Matt,
something.
Even though that's stupid.
Yeah,
$20,000.
There is no reality.
Who are you people? You all are suits deep down.
Whoa, Matt!
Come on.
We're not saying
How could you say that? You could give him that.
Matt,
give
do you
him
really think? No, seriously. Do you think a business is going to just hand an employee $20,000?
Yes, because I have proof right here of it. Here we go. Here we go. Here is this woman who is a dental assistant. Right here. Dental assistant. This is from Black Millionaires.
You're fine.
20 years.
I
know you're 20 years old from next month. Right? But you're closing a house, right? And so we want to.
She's closing on a house, Matt, by the way.
Oh my God.
That's fucking crazy.
I am genuinely confused why you are baffled by these companies that make revenues of billions of dollars.
Because they don't share.
5 cents that.
Because they don't share.
This right here.
What do you mean? Why am I confused?
For a huge corporation like that, of course a mom and pop shop can't show that. But
you asked me why I'm confused because nobody does that. That's insane because no one has ever done that.
I know, but that's the idea of the ability to do that.
Oh,
and I'm not saying it has to be money, but
but
that's the point. I'm not saying literally. I mean, they should literally, but
yes, literally, I agree. They should give everybody 20K if they make it 50 years. I'm just saying that nobody does that, so expecting it would be crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So we're on the
Y'all
same
missing
page
the point. You're missing the point.
I'm not missing the point.
How long has he been working there at 7-Eleven? 50 years, right? You know how many free fucking Slurpees that motherfucker probably got? A bunch.
Yeah,
20K.
That's what
more than 20K of Slurpees. So I think he made out perfectly fine, don't you think?
No, I don't think. An email of himself, by the way. An email of a picture of himself.
Email probably was like, you know what? Have all the Slurpees you want, my friend. You deserve them.
Tell you what, honestly, that would be something. Not a good something, but that would be something. If the email said, free food whenever, dude, don't worry about it. That's something. I get behind that. But,
thank you.
I mean, listen, I've already said I can't imagine working at 7-Eleven for 50 years. I can't. And again, not because the people who work there, but because I don't see how that company is set up to retain employees. There's more money elsewhere, certainly. And I don't mean elsewhere like getting an office job. I mean like you can work in a similar type job for more money. 7-Eleven doesn't pay that much as far as I am aware. If I am wrong, let me know in the comments about how much you're making at 7-Eleven, and I might throw in an application. So
Ryan, you can tell he's an immigrant, my dude. He ain't gonna get all that in bag of chips. He probably came from West Bumblefuck or some shit. Came to the country, he's like, oh, 7-Eleven, let me go work there. And got in and just started
maybe,
working.
Which again, if that's what happened, then I guess great that he was able to come to this country, find a job, and then have 50 years of steady income. But yeah, if in general, crazy that 7-Eleven was able to maintain a single employee for 50 years because I just don't believe that they work that hard to keep their employees. But because of that, I do believe that they would send an email after 50 years of service and leave it at that. So
an email
I very much
of a
believe
picture
that.
of yourself, by the way.
That's right.
As a CEO.
Wait, how else would everyone know that it came from you? If your name and email address is already on it, that's not enough. You need to include a picture of yourself to make sure everyone's aware that it's from you.
Anyway,
it's a company-wide email sent to everybody, and he just opened it up and got the recognition.
Listen, since
directly
you
to
all
him.
clearly really support the CEO, low key, we're gonna leave it at
supporting the
that.
CEO.
You enjoy your.
Honestly, the real champion is the wife. For dealing with him working at a minimum wage job for 50
We
years.
have no
at
idea if he's
7-Eleven.
married, Jose. So what are we bringing
Well,
wives into this?
I can picture him coming home to Martha. That's probably cleaning 3 houses and shit, breaking her back while he's just chilling on a Slurpee at the cash register. So that's the real champion. Thank you, Martha. Whoever you are, congrats.
But no, I would say
50
to
years.
Matt's point that even a company-wide email, while that would be some recognition, I feel like there should be more personalized recognition for 50 years of service to any company. Now, again, I don't believe we should expect 20K to come with 50 years of service because it's just not tenable. People are not going to do that. I don't care if they have the money or not. That's never been the MO of larger corporations in this country, to just hand money away for being there. But there should have been more of a specific recognition than an email, even if it was a company-wide email. That just feels to me like it's just kind of sure, whatever. That took him 10 minutes to write at most. And he didn't even write it. And I know that for a fact because, well, I know that for a fact. I'll put it that way.
All right. 2 things. I'm going to ask a very broad question that can lead to a discussion. We will put the limit at 10 minutes for here and then one more clip to end it. But let me just ask a simple question. We're still trying to figure out, and it's probably been asked on the show before, but let's do it again, especially with the female perspective. Why do people ghost? Simple as that. Why do people ghost? Who wants to answer that right away?
What wants to answer it?
Self-esteem, denial, unable to communicate wants and needs, immaturity.
I use one word, pussy, but I mean, you're pretty good.
That's perfect. I was going a more respectful approach, but calling someone a pussy works. I actually just experienced this too, so it's kind of a little rough. But did you know there's like different types of ghosting too?
What do you mean?
So I was like reading up on this today because I was actually like genuinely curious. So apparently there's Caspering, which is like you receive, I know, interesting. It's like a friendlier version of ghosting. So it's like someone sends you kind of like a message where you get some form of clarity as to why they're like going MIA.
Oh, I do that a lot.
You do that? Okay, so it's friendly. That's good. And then there's zombieing, which is you have been ghosted, and then the person rises from the dead, resumes communication with a passive hey, or just...
Oh, shit, I do that too.
You're the problem.
You're the problem.
No. Why? Can I ask why you do it?
The Caspering? Or which one?
Either. Like what, I guess, what's like your mentality?
Oh, that's easy. All right, so I can tell you this right now. So it's happening right now, actually, the Caspering one. You kind of slowly can see the signs, but she's obviously really likes me a lot, so she doesn't pay attention to that. But so if I'm Caspering is because I care about you. I generally...
You care about them, but not enough to date them.
No, I care about them, but I'm obviously talking to someone else on the side that I'm more hinting at. That I'm more physically attracted to than the other one. So the one that I'm Caspering at the moment is really friendly. Like, she's amazing. She's great. She's... Ideally, if I was only talking to her, I would be with her, right? But then the girl I'm talking to now is more... I'm physically attracted and I want to smash, right? So I'm Caspering you because I have another option and I don't want to hurt you. I'm not gonna play both sides. I'm not gonna kind of have that double life where I'm with you 1 minute and then go to her or whatever. I won't commit. Like, if you're looking for commitment, I can't offer you that. But I am dealing with this other girl, which I'm not sure where it lasts. I'm just trying to hit it and see where it goes. if I do the Casper, I can always come back, right? Because like you just said, sweet, nice. I got to the point. I'll tell you, I'll be like, I think you're an amazing person. I just right now it just seems like we're in a disconnect. I'll say something to give you closure where you'll be like, all right, cool, whatever. You can ghost whatever, you can bounce, whatever. That's fine. But I know I left that door open. So let's say girl B didn't work out and it was just a smash go and it just flamed out. I know in 6 months, I can come right
you
back.
You did not put a timeline on it. 6
months, it doesn't matter. Realistically, it doesn't matter because then you hit the zombie. Then you hit the zombie thing. Then you hit the zombie thing because at the end of the day, if I do the Casper on you, you're going to have this genuine nice thing like, oh, he was sweet, blah, 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 this and that. We end it cordial. You might become friendly, more hi-bye. You stay on social media, whatever. As long as I do not post the other girl on social media or anything, as long as you do not know about her, you will always have this amazing light on me. Yes or no?
I mean, amazing is a strong word, but
amazing light,
they won't be mad at you. Yeah.
No, they won't be mad, but they will genuinely like me to the point where they think in their mind I kept it real. They think I gave them closure.
So you want to maintain the nice guy role.
Correct. Which you give me there's 8 out of 10 chances if you're single, by the time I come back, that's where the zombie thing comes back. I'm gonna find out. A zombie thing is like I have nobody. My mindset, if I'm not messing with nobody, I generally liked you. There was something there. I just don't know what it is. I just chose the other girl, right? But now I'm not with nobody. So now I'm gonna come back and you'll probably post something or whatever, and I DM you, hey, how you doing?
So do we think? I was gonna say, do we think that there's a difference in intentions when it comes to these things? So I mean, you're speaking about like Casper Ghost, right? Which is supposed to be friendlier as a way to maintain options when you're playing the field, so to speak, when you have multiple people, you're looking for physical connection above all else, like first and foremost.
Right.
If you're someone who's looking to date, right? So you're not necessarily looking to play a large field or to maintain old contacts, right? You're actually trying to find a partner. I wonder what then is because I mean, listen, Jose, as crazy as it is, I'm going to say this, and obviously I disagree with all of this from like a moral standpoint, but logically what you're saying makes sense. You still like this person. You don't want to end it completely hostilely. So instead of just cutting them off completely, you do like a friendly goodbye that's open-ended. And that way you can try and come back in if you feel like
resurrect and
right. But
so so like as much as I disagree with it as a practice, I do see the logic in what you're saying. But I'm saying, so if you're looking to actually date, right?
See, you keep
what
saying
is
the word
the
date.
benefit of I'm saying if you're looking to find someone, commit to one person and date that person for an extended period with the idea of seeing if you're compatible for a long, that is dating.
No, it's being exclusive.
Yes,
dating,
fine.
No,
fine.
not necessarily.
Sorry, fine. Yes, fine.
Listen.
I forgot. I'm talking to the oldest Gen Z of all time.
Thank
Yes,
you.
exclusive dating. For the grandparents out there, Letterman jacket, whole 9 yards. I'm saying if you're going exclusive, if you're looking for one person, right? You're looking to go with one person, try monogamy on for size for just a little bit. What then is the benefit of Caspering? There is none.
So you still have an option though.
Because then you have an option and your roster is built from
But that means but if you're looking to build a roster, then that means you're not looking for monogamy. You're just not.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, I know you agree with me. I'm saying
I agree with you.
I'm saying to the internet at large and to Jose.
Okay. See, this is where you guys confused. What's dating?
But no,
dating is getting to know different people, figuring out your
correct, different people. Yes or no?
See if you have like compatibility with people.
But no, but Jose, no. In all seriousness, this is important, I think, because the people who are younger than me are really bad at this. And
how old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
He's older than me.
40.
You're 40. How old are you, Ryan?
I'm 29. But these young kids out here, there's a problem as well. Because they see some sort of difference. They're like, what dating means, you have to be with multiple people. No, my wife and I after we decided to become exclusive with one another, we went on dates to get to know one another better. We were dating. If someone said, "Are you dating somebody?" I would say, or "Are you dating?" I would say, "Yes, I have a girlfriend." And then that's that. So it is dating. Just because it's one person doesn't make it not
nowadays,
dating.
I don't think
Look,
people do that though, because the situation.
No, I know
he's
that. I
again.
know
He's
that.
adding it.
Situation I was just in, I had been talking and seeing this guy for about 3 going on 4 months. We've been going on dates. He said he wasn't seeing anyone else. We said we were seeing
Which
one
that's a lie.
another. So I thought like he wanted to be exclusive. So I told people if they asked, I was dating them. But now I'm learning he wasn't actually doing that. So
He's lying.
Listen,
I mean, that point.
Listen, you listen to Ryan. Ryan's built different. I'll give him that. This is why he doesn't understand the game. Ryan's built different. Ryan got lucky.
The game. It's not about.
Here's the thing.
You and your wife meet, Ryan.
Okay, hold on.
It's all about the game.
Matt can agree. Matt can agree with me. Online dating. Are you talking to multiple people?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you going on multiple dates?
Yes.
Not necessarily.
Oh, I would say yes.
For
If
me,
you can.
at least for me, though.
Okay, for you. But there's the disconnect that. Because when I'm dating this girl 3-4 times. In my mind, I have put no ties on that. I'm assuming you're dating, talking to other guys. You should assume until we have clarification and communicated where we stand on each other. So you shall always have mindset that there's multiple people. I'm dating, talking to multiple people.
Sure, but so Jose, like with all due respect, we've done this show.
You sad?
I mean, no, I don't think it has to make anyone sad. But like, let's just be honest. And I know Jose pretty well from the show.
Mm-hmm.
Jose, you're never looking to be exclusive. I mean, we've had this conversation at least 6 dozen times. We talked. What was it? Apple pie and pizza pie, or whatever the nonsense thing you came up with.
Yeah.
So like, you're not looking to be exclusive. And I get that. And honestly, I think that's fine. I don't think people need to be looking for an exclusive partner. That's one of the ways you can go. It's the way that I went, obviously, but does not need to be the end goal when it comes to like physical intimacy and romance. So I'm actually not critiquing Jose for that. And also, I understand the friendly ghost thing, Caspering, when that's your MO, because you are building a roster of connections and people that you liked. And if you liked somebody, but you just wanted to try something different for a while, why would you want to cut that off completely? You liked them. You had a connection. Why wouldn't you want to go back to that?
Did you like them or did you like what they had to offer, like maybe sex?
I mean, when you're in that scenario, right? When you're looking for non-exclusivity as a rule, I would say that, yeah, you probably like something specific about them. Either maybe it isn't physical even. I think I won't presume to be Jose and say whether or not physicality is the most important thing for him specifically, but there could be someone who's like, actually, we always saw films together, and I really liked talking to them about movies. And so you don't want to cut that off just because you're kind of interested in somebody else at the moment. You want to be able to, in a few weeks, take them out, or a few months, take them out to see a movie. So like, what I'm just saying is, if you're looking to actually get a partner, and I don't mean forever partner, wife, like, I have one. I just mean if you're looking to have someone that you're dating over a period of time, right? Like getting to know them actually, them alone, exclusivity, then that ghosting strategy, there's no use for it, because if you don't connect with somebody, then there's really no point in trying. I mean, being friendly is nice. I like the friendly aspect, but leaving the door open when you know that the door shouldn't be open because you're not interested, I would say that's just as bad as straight up ghosting. Now, again, if you really do intend to resurrect like a zombie in 5 months, then I get it. But if you're doing that, that means you're not looking for exclusivity. You're just kind of checking different things out and seeing what kind of catches your fancy. Like, I'm kind of in the mood for this month, or I'm in the mood for this next few weeks. So it's just a difference in how you approach it, I would say. I don't want to say it's better or it's worse, but just since I typically take the stance of the person who's looking to find a monogamous partner when we have these conversations, if you hear this and you agree with me and you want a monogamous partner, a Casper ghost is as bad as a traditional cut off all contact ghost. You're not going to get extra points because you were nice. you're still going to leave this person behind and never talk to them again. And you have the added part of you were too afraid to be clear about that, and you left it open-ended to avoid saying to somebody that I'm just not interested, like, great getting to know you. So I would say that it's almost frankly worse because you're pretending that there's a future down the road when there is none.
Ryan, I'm gonna be strictly honest. So the girl I'm Caspering is for another girl I Caspered. And I could screenshot and
Jose,
send you.
You're not hearing me. You don't count.
Okay, but my point, Caspering, so I Caspered the girl I'm talking to now that I'm willing to be in a relationship. I Caspered a year ago, and I started talking to her 2 months ago. For 10 months, we did not talk, and then she asked me why. So Caspering,
is she still interested?
Yes, actually, I'm seeing her tomorrow.
But that's not my point. My point is the fact that you put the Casper on means you're not ready for a committed relationship.
But at that moment, but in a year from you don't see. That's the thing.
Jose,
I Casper it.
Do you really want me to bet you live on this podcast that you're also not ready for this committed relationship?
I put any money. That's why I told her like I would get in a relationship with her, and that's why I was Casper.
All right, what's your longest relationship, Jose?
4 years.
4 years? You think this is 4 years? You're committed for 4 years?
Committed down.
And most women want to be engaged after 2 or 3.
Listen, I'll tell you this.
We don't have to worry about engagement, Jose. You think this
I would
person
commit.
and you are going to be together in 4 years?
I wouldn't play game. Yes, I would.
All right, what's the number?
What do you mean?
What are we betting?
Chance? Put like 100. If we've done, it's on her.
4 years.
Yes, I'm.
Whoa! We got one last little thing I gotta add.
What?
If you cheat on her,
I won't cheat.
Casper her.
I won't Casper her.
Obviously, if you break it off,
Casper, you can't Casper twice. You can't.
No,
Casper
I'm saying,
twice.
yeah. If you break it off, if you break it off, you break it off. If you break it off, I win the money. But I'm saying if you keep the relationship, but just start seeing other people on the side.
But here's the thing.
Doesn't count either. The deal is
with me Casper the first time, and me willing to, and I have no problems in showing you the message. I am willing to make it work with her because she was always cool. I always thought she was. I thought she was amazing. I was just with someone else that was closer, and I chose the closer girl to me, and that didn't work. So when she deleted me, I hit her up on purpose to see what's good with her. And then one thing led to another, and we started talking about, and then she confronted me about why I Casper, and I told her the straight honest truth on why. I told her I picked another girl. I told her that's the reason. So for me to put my cards out there,
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Listen,
I hope that I owe you $100.
I really do.
I really do.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I mean,
that's why.
But if this doesn't work, it's on her. Like I'm gonna put all efforts in. I already started casting the other 2 girls.
Right? Yeah, you've already put everybody else aside. So
everyone's on the bench. She's just ready to start. It's fine.
I'm gonna rework this real quick before we end the segment, and then you don't have to respond this week, but you can respond on Thursday. So think about it, because I just realized that was cruel for me to be here and say, if you stay with someone, I'll give it $100. That's shouldn't do that. So I'm taking it back.
I will publicly say, Ryan.
No, but here's the next.
You are right.
Here's the actual deal. 2 years. If you don't cheat,
I promise
by the time 2 years or the relationship is over, then the deal is on. And if you don't make it 2 years,
I'm telling you right now, I won't
break up. If you don't make it 2 years, but it's a mutual breakup, then we'll let bygones be bygones. Right. Nobody owes anybody money. If you cheat, you owe me. If you don't cheat, I owe you.
I realized no bullshit with her. There was always something I liked about her, but I wasn't never ready for it.
Well, you're ready now.
What makes you think you're ready now, if you don't mind me asking?
It's just that connecting with her and reconnecting with her and kind of going through the motions, like she forgave me or whatever. and she accepted me for my flaws and whatever. Comparing to the two other girls, I have a deeper emotional connection with her than the other two girls. The other girls are physical, but she matched their like beauty. So to me, it's like it kind of trumps the other two. So it's like for me, it's like, and she was willing to go 50-50 on me on everything. With the other two, I have one that's a stage 5 clinger, and I have another one I gotta do all the work. So the one I'm gonna do all the work, I'm just gonna like be out. And then the stage 5 clinger is where I'm gonna just do Casper.
Has she always been a stage 5 clinger, or have you given her reasons to cling?
I think the stage 5 clinger, the problem is,
and I'm not trying to put you on blast. I'm like,
no. I'm always upfront and honest, and she always liked that. When we talked about being in a relationship, I told her I wasn't ready for that. She would always, like, we have the same likes. We like the same things. We get along. She lives nearby. It's fine. She wants it, like, she wanted to be friends with benefits. I was like, all right with that in the beginning, but for me, I could tell she was getting emotionally attached to that, having me every day come over her house or something like that. So I noticed she started clinging on to me, and I noticed that either A, I'm gonna break her heart, or B, I could just slowly kind of drift off and try to friend zone her. And if that can't be, then I was gonna Casper. The Casper
almost feels like the drift off into the friend zone. It almost feels like that's the
I'm trying. That's what I want, because I do care about her. It's just me. There's something, I'm not physically attracted to her compared to the other girl. See, here's my method of Caspering. If I'm willing to cheat, if I'm willing to try other girls while I'm talking to you, there's something not right. There's something I'm missing with you, right? So in my mindset before, I don't like to cheat, and I won't, if I'm in it, I'm in it. If I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship. That's it. It's done. Shut down. But if I feel like I would succumb to, how you say it?
Seduction.
Right. Then I already know me that I will jump on that, and I don't want to do that. I've been cheated on. I will never cheat on someone. I know how fucking sucky it is. As much as a dick that I am.
Gotcha. You're saying in a committed relationship. Yeah.
If I'm committed to you, I won't cheat on you. But if I know I would cheat, I won't commit to you. That's just how I am. That's how I kind of progress in my relationship, where it goes. That's why always is so important to me to communicate, because people do think because we're dating that we're automatically exclusive. And I really, really, really put a front on that, saying that, no, we're not exclusive. I don't mind hanging out with you. I don't mind being with you. I'll text you. I'll call you. I'll do whatever. I'll kiss you, whatever. Yes, but I'm not exclusive. I would be willing to talk to someone else. But I also would tell her, if I ever do sleep with someone else, I will be upfront with you on that. And if we stop, we stop. If you want to move, you move. But I think it's so important. As much as I'm a dick, I'm the most honest dick you ever meet. I don't need
I think communication is communication is an important part.
Right. If I can't communicate with you or be honest upfront, if I feel like I'm upfront with you and you're gonna cry a river, I think you're not emotionally ready for me, because I'm brutally honest. That's the type of person I am. I want you to be brutally honest with me. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you, and that's how you really kind of build a connection with me. Is how if you got thick skin, because I will give it to you, and I expect you to throw it right back at me. If you're really too soft and I know I can hurt you, the last thing I ever want to do is emotionally hurt you, because then things get crossed, and then you're emotionally abusing me, blah blah blah, this and that. You're saying, like, it's not my intention. I'm just honest. Matt will tell you, I am blunt. I don't have a filter. If you ask me for my opinion, I'm gonna give you an honest opinion. I'm not gonna lie. If you ask me if I'm texting a girl, I'm gonna tell you that I was texting the girl right next to you. I don't care. If you want to keep it moving, keep it moving.
Well, the gauntlet's been dropped.
So we'll keep everybody, we'll keep tabs on that for everybody. See how that rolls out, and then I'll decide what I'm going to invest my crisp $100 into. Well, maybe we'll let the people decide what I invest my $100 into. But I hope I'm wrong. But I don't know. We've talked about dating.
You're okay.
Huh?
I said you don't seem like a bad guy. You're okay. Like, I know you say you're a dick, but like
I think
you have it. Like,
I don't think you're a dick at all, Jose. I mean, we've talked.
You know what
about
it is? You know what it is you think, because of how brilliant I am, the relationship type. I also believe that I think for me to enter a relationship, I have to be physically, mentally, and emotionally connected to you in some way. I can't have two out of the three. Can't have one. I have to have all three to even think about kind of be in a.
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, again, it's an archetype that is not exclusive to Jose or even exclusive to men. By the way, there are women who in my life whom I quite enjoy their company. They're related to me in some cases, who are like Jose, who are not. Who need something very specific in order to commit to a long-term thing. And honestly, it's almost easier to just kind of enjoy people for what they can actually offer and keep it real. So, enjoy someone for, the company that you get to keep with them, regardless of what that looks like, be it, good dates, be it good conversation, etc. But, keep it moving, because you need such a specific thing to have an actual relationship. I don't believe there's anything wrong with that. I do think, though, that people who are dating need to clarify with themselves. And dating with the intent of being exclusive. I have to clarify for our folks. You have to clarify that with yourself ahead of time, because a lot of the strategies you'll hear online, not just, not from Jose specifically, just in general, are not geared toward that. And I say that on every episode. A lot of what you hear is geared toward a specific thing, which is about maximizing connections on an app. But that is, if you're looking for something exclusive, that's step one. That's not the end of the conversation. That's the beginning of it. So
I wouldn't say beginning, because you're gonna get a bullshit.
Conversation is the wrong thing. I didn't mean conversation. That's not the end of. That's not the goal. That's not the finish line. That's the start of the race. If that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for the long term, you're looking for the wifey or hubby or whatever the terminology is, right? If you're looking for the long term, then maximizing success on the apps is not the end goal, which is what a lot of people online who do dating content talk about. That's what they promote, because that's where most people are. But if that's your end goal, have at it. Go for it. If that's not your end goal, you have to be fully aware that you're at the start line, not the finish line, once you've maximized your ability to utilize the apps. That's what I'll say. I know we have one last clip to end us off.
Mm-hmm.
Well said, Mr. Page. Great work, Ryan. Great work. Final thing to end on this. Very powerful talk about relationships between men and women. I want to talk about a very strong relationship between comics and comedians. What is the difference? Have you ever thought about the difference from a comic to a comedian? Keywords, comic to a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that question was answered here on the Monday Morning Podcast hosted by Bill Burr. He had John Lovitz on of Saturday Night Live and some movie fame.
Yep.
This very question, comic versus comedian, was answered. And this is what they said.
You're a comic. I'm a comedian. See, you say funny things. I say things funny. I can say anything and make it funny.
Okay.
Can you?
No, I can't.
I'm going to give you the word. I'm going to spell it out.
You give me an example. I want to see how
I'm going to spell out the word, just one word, and let's see if you can make it funny, because I can. I even can spell it out and be funny.
Just do it.
H-E-L-L-O.
Oh, God.
What's the word?
It's John Lovitz. You go, hello.
Thank you.
That's how you do it, yeah.
Yes, hello. Yeah, and it's funny. Now let you do it.
You know what you have? You have Next Door Neighbor on a sitcom level chops.
Say the word N-O. No, say the word no, make it funny. Go. TikTok, time's up. Now I'll go. No. And I'm laughing.
Get it?
So it's funny because if you had asked us to define it before we saw the clip, that's probably how I would have done it, like the way Bill Burr did. Like a comic is a stand-up comic, right? Someone who goes on stage, does a set, people, they makes people laugh. A comedian, I would say, is an actor more so than a comic. They read lines, they do skits and shows or whatever that are meant to be humorous. I mean, I think the distinction of I say things funny, you say funny things.
That's deep. I'm sorry.
Maybe I don't know that I full on.
I love that shit.
Buy that personally.
I could think of hundreds of examples from the show of that concept being thrown.
Oh no, and I do get that. I mean, because this podcast is different from a lot of podcasts in that none of us are comics. Right? None of us are making our money doing stand-up,
but we're all comedians for sure.
Well, I wouldn't say that either, but I do think that there is definitely there's a performative streak to what we do. Of course, it's meant to be somewhat humorous. What we say is meant to sound funny at times. So I do see the difference and I agree with it. I just don't know if it's the say funny things versus say things funny. I thought that was an interesting distinction, and he might be right, because I get what he's saying. Like the neighbor in a sitcom, as Bill Burr pointed out, which is a really good example of like a comedian role, doesn't necessarily always crack a joke. Sometimes, look at Wilson from
Home Improvement.
Home Improvement. Oftentimes, he was actually giving very sage advice, but it was funny because of the way he was saying it, both physically, his face was hidden, and also, he would do things with his eyes, and it would always just be very funny the way he spoke, even though it wasn't necessarily a funny line. It was oftentimes a serious line about what Tim Allen should do with his children or his wife, versus a comic like Bill Burr, who will do a set and talk about whatever, or, and so that's different. And so I do get it. It was an interesting way he put that. I don't know if I would have put it the same way, but I think ultimately I do see the difference and I agree with the difference.
Hey, well, think about it this week. You say things that are funny and I make things funny. And with that, Productive Conversations podcast comes to an end this episode. Great work from Jose, Ryan, and Allison. We'll see you on Friday with a whole new episode with the trending topics at TweetCap, and you'll see me break down college football during this week as well. See you soon, everybody. Good night, Ryan, Allison, and Jose.
Have a good night.
Night.
Night.